Hey, what's up, guys? Matthew here, the designer and developer, back with another video. In this series, we are developing a mobile application, the front end aspect of it. So, this means that we are going to create these screens. You are going to see them live. Okay, when you click on this home, it will show something else. When you click here in this icon, it will show something else. When you click here, it will show something else. This is part two. Okay, part one, I was just giving an introduction and how we are going to work. In this video, we are going to create assets, okay, app assets. We are in a graphic design application. As I've told you, I am the hybrid, the designer and a developer. So instead of just jumping into code and showing you what's going on and leave some sort of a lot of information and concept and my own thinking, I decided to start from the graphic design perspective. We're not going to design these screens because they are already here. We're just going to redesign some of the assets that we are going to use. Okay. Now, let's start with designing a splash screen. Okay, what is a splash screen? Obviously, when you're loading an app, as it processes in the background, calling APIs, fetching information, loading the fonts, it displays some sort of a waiting screen to the user. Okay, now we need to design that. That's the first thing. So, what's the approach? What are we going to do? Are we just going to come up with screen sizes on top of our head and design and then fall into a problem of React Native or Expo rejecting our screen? Or what's the thing? Okay, based on my experience and the app that I have uploaded on, I'm busy uploading on Play Store. Okay, the best thing that we can do, we need to some sort of stick to or stand on top of the shoulders of the giants. This is what I mean by that. React Native Expo or Expo, they've got a splash screen, okay, and they've got the sizes of the splash screen, okay. So if we can use their own sizes, okay, as a some sort of a guiding template instead of us creating on our own sizes that Expo will reject at the end of the day, okay. So what I did, I went to the internet and I have checked for screen sizes, and I got this guide from Expo. Okay, this is the size of their screen, as you can see. This is the size of their screen. So what I did, or what I can even do, this is Figma. A designing application which I can say it's suitable for designing, what can I say, user interfaces. This is the best, as far as I'm concerned, web application for designing user interface. But one might ask, why then are you using CorelDRAW? Because here on CorelDRAW, to be honest, we are not really designing, because as you can see, this interface has been designed already, but we are recreating some assets like these backgrounds, okay. And based on that, on my some sort of expertise, my skill, okay, I'm comfortable with CorelDRAW when it comes to drawing some sort of a little bit of concept, sorry, a little bit of complicated, what can I say, graphics. Okay, as you can see here, we must have these shades and whatever. These are the things that I'm not comfortable if I can do those with Figma. With Figma, I like to use Figma for the layouts, the responsiveness, and all other things. So, with that being said, let's just save this screen, okay, so that we can take exactly the sizes as they are, so that we can design the splash screen. Okay, this is from Expo. So we are going to select this, and then as you can see, this is the width and this is the height, so we need to stick to this width and height. So we are going to export this. Okay, I've already exported it. As you can see now, it's saying in bracket 1, but I was just showing you how can you export this. Okay, what else? I think I got into this from this screen. I would like to assume I have clicked here on Figma template. So if you might want to get this, you might go to this link and then click here. And then obviously, if you don't have a Figma account, you just have to create your Figma account and it's free. Okay. And that's it. So what we are going to do, we are going to import that image here. Okay. Let's check on download. Here is that image. Go to CorelDRAW and drop it there. Okay, I hope it's going to be dropped there. Okay, here it is. Let me just cut it here. I was supposed to drop it here. Okay, as you can see, here is that image. Obviously we don't see it now, and that's not a problem. Okay, so looking at this, what are the dimension? Okay, as you can see, it's 1284 by 2778. Okay, the first thing that you will see here, there are no units. Okay, we don't know if these are millimeters or these are kilometers or whatever. Obviously it cannot be kilometers, but I'm just making an example. Okay, um just by knowing that the screens are small, or in digital world, which is the screen for PCs, mobiles, and other devices, you might think that these are pixel, obviously. So you can make this a pixel and this a pixel. So let's just quickly go through that and prove that these are not pixels. Okay. So what I did, I've imported this. Okay, I've imported this, and then as you can see, that 1284, okay, you get this 1284 and this 2278. Obviously I'm rounding off here. When you make your units pixels, your, sorry, points. Okay, so if we might have made a mistake and thought that these are pixels, let's see what we will get. Where are my pixels? Here are my pixels. As you can see, we've got 5,349, and this is not this. And also, do they have the recommendation of the sizes here? Okay, export didn't really some sort of mentioned the dimensions here. Okay, but in this template they are here. Okay, so as you can see, we've got 124 to 1284, and here is that 1284 on CorelDRAW. Okay, but when your units are the points, okay, as you can see. Okay, so what we can do now that we are clear, and we know that we are like on the right path, this is the right thing to do, and the sizes are correct. So let's just scale this down a little bit. Okay, scale this down a little bit, and then go to Figma and copy this as it is. Okay, the width, go to CorelDRAW. Remember, you can also use, let me close this. You can also use Illustrator to do this, or any graphic design application of your choice. Even Adobe XD can work. Okay. Okay, let's make the width to be the copy and paste. Okay, as you can see, and then just take the height, copy and paste. Okay, guys, so now if we take a screenshot, or let's change our background, okay, so that we can see where the image ends. Okay, move this to the back, let me say behind this. Then I can remove those borders, and then we can center this. Okay, obviously we don't really see because it's transparent. That's not much of a problem, but you can see its own corners. Okay, meaning that we can use rollers to some sort of get an idea of where it ends. Okay, we want to see, is that equivalent to our own canvas, okay, in terms of the size, or is it equal in terms of the width and height? That's what we want to check here. Okay, as you can see, something like it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a rectangle that will fit exactly to our canvas size, and I'm going to bring that rectangle to the front. Okay, so by double clicking here, I have created a rectangle that fits our canvas. Let me give it a red color, and let me right click while I'm in it and bring it to the front. Okay, let me center it. Okay, let's see. Okay, 1284. Okay, 1284. 2278. Okay, so as you can see, it looks like it's not exactly the same our line, but let's just quickly test that. Let me bring this to the front. Okay, let me bring this to the front border, to the front. Okay, and then let me center this, and also let me center this so that we can be sure. Okay, let me remove this. Maybe I've made a mistake there. Let me zoom in. Okay, let me just zoom in. Let me click the image on top. As you can see, the image on top fit exactly on the corner of the red shape. Okay, as you can see, when I'm clicking on fix, it fits exactly. Zoom in, zoom in. Okay, as you can see here, it is. Okay, it fits exactly. So those guidelines, obviously, I didn't put them exactly where they are supposed to be. So we are happy with this. We know that our splash screen is going to be 100%. We are happy with that. So that means we are conforming to the standards of Expo so that we cannot have some as assets that are not going to work on production. So I can remove this background, and also I can remove what? I can remove this. Okay. So now I know this is what we are working on. Okay. Let's continue. What I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this, Control D. I'm going to crop this screen. Okay. I'm going to crop this screen. Okay. As you can see, our background is designed in such a way that it makes use of this color, okay, and also some shades of it, okay. So that means our splash screen also can follow some sort of a similar pattern, okay, but we're just going to modify it and make it a little bit different, okay. So let's do that, okay. So what we are going to do, let's double click again. Okay, let's see if CorelDRAW can help us on giving us the shades of these colors, okay, of these colors. I think this is purple, right? Let me just check. Okay, I'm not online, that's not the problem. I think this color is purple, okay. So let's continue. So what we are going to do, we want these colors, shades of that color, the background color. So let's quickly first test. Let me just convert this to an image. Okay, just a normal image. And then let's drag and drop it here to see if, okay, this function doesn't work. I don't know why, but that's not much of a problem. We can do that manually. Okay, so we are going to create a color palette here. Okay, let's look for the strongest. Okay, duplicate this. Let's look for some sort of somewhat lighter. Duplicate this. Okay, let's look for somewhat different one. Okay, and then let's look for a lighter one. Can this be our lighter? Okay. Okay, now we have something like a color palette. Okay, this one and this one, they don't look like different. Okay, there's no much difference. Okay, so let me just say click here. Okay, looks like it's the same, so I can delete this one. Okay, and then I can remove this. Okay, so we've got our color palette. Okay, now what we want to do, okay, zoom out this so that it can fit here. I'm happy with this. Okay, we've got our background here. So now what we want to do, we are going to choose this color as some sort of a primary background color. Okay, let's expand this background so that it can overlap. Okay, and then let's just put some guidelines here, even though they might not be 100% because I'm not zoomed in, so they might not be exactly, but they are just going to give us a clue as to where we are, okay? And then we are going to copy this color, okay? And then from here, we are going to create our own version of the splash screen, okay? So meaning that what we can do, we can do something like this, draw a shape there, okay? And then from there, I'm going to convert this to curve, okay? And then, okay, after converting it to curve, I'm just gonna play around, click here, make this a curve also. Then this is what I'm going to do, okay? We're just creating our own version, okay? We're just creating our own version. We just want it to be different from this one, okay? But we are almost like imitating that, okay? We are imitating that. Okay, I think this is cool. Also, let me just change the orientation a little bit. Okay, as you can see, this one starts from here. Ours must be a little bit different, okay? And what else? As you can see, there is a second one there. What we can do, also, we need to change this. Make another corner here. That's it, okay? And then what we need to do, we need to copy this, okay? Um, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Okay, let me give it a color. Let me give it a color. Let's give it this color. Okay, remove this. As you can see, it's starting to look better. And then let's duplicate the one that has got a color already. And then from then we are going to flip it. Okay, and then flip it again. Okay, make it something like this. Okay, and then what we are going to do, we're just gonna play around this so that it cannot be like more like exactly like this one, okay, so that it can be a little bit different, okay. Okay, remember this is where our screen is ending, this is the edge, so if it can be inside a little bit, okay. Guys, I'm happy with this. Obviously, as you can see, it's more like it's a solid color, okay. So what we need to do now, we need to make some those shades, okay, different shades of this color, okay. Obviously, if you are following along, you can make your own shades of this color. You don't have to follow whatever that I did, okay? Just gonna follow this pattern. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this tool, interactive fill, okay? Instead, I'm going to sample this color, okay? The lighter color, this one, okay? As you can see, starting from this, it's becoming lighter and lighter, okay? Let's go this like this, okay? As you can see now, it has got some sort of a gradient, okay? Okay, okay, I want to hold this. As you can see, it has got some sort of a gradient. Let's do the same thing with this one. Okay, do the same thing with this one and not that. Okay, we want to click this one. Okay, and then we're going to sample the original color, the primary color. Okay, so that this can feel like it's fading. Okay, can feel like it's some sort of it's fading. Okay, I hope you get what I'm trying to do. Okay, we are making it more subtle. Okay, we are some sort of hiding it a little bit so that it cannot be like in your face. Okay, let's do the same thing for this one. We are almost done. Okay, take this, sample the primary color. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to fade. Okay, Okay, this will be our splash screen. As you can see, nothing much, nothing complicated. Okay, let's just one thing. Let's just end this. Obviously, these are the, what can I say? The things that come with designing, and this is what annoys other people. Okay, designers always want to make some unnecessary changes and adjustment. So my apologies for that. That is who we are. Okay, we always look at things and feel like, nah, I wish it can. Okay, and some people they always feel like, ah, that's unnecessary. Okay, some people always feel like that's unnecessary and it's a waste of time. Okay, but us, we always feel like that's not a waste of time. Okay, let's see. Okay, guys, I'm happy with this. Let's just zoom this one in to see if is there any other thing that we might have missed or we wish we can some sort of edit. Okay, okay, their own lines are a bit visible than ours. Okay, just one thing. Their own lines, they are like a little bit visible, as you can see. Put some visibility there. Put some visibility there. Okay. Okay. For me, that's about it, guys. Okay. Okay, now let's duplicate this screen so that we can see how is our splash screen going to look like. Duplicate. Okay, now I'm going to highlight everything here. Control G. Then I'm going to double click so that we can have a shape that is right at the back. Okay, right, like the same size of the canvas. And then I'm going to power clip everything. Okay, like power clip. Put everything inside this shape. Okay, and then remove this. Okay. So this will be our splash screen. Okay, as you can see, nothing much. Okay, so this is the end of this video. So in the next video, we are going to recreate this logo. Okay, we are done with this splash screen, like some sort of the background of the splash screen. Then in the next video, we are going to recreate this logo. And then from there, we create this asset and that one, and then we will be done. And then we can jump into coding. That's about it for me, Matthew Msengati, the hybrid, the designer and developer. If you feel like this video is adding value into your own overall understanding of graphic design, please do me a favor and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next one.